Yeah, government spending and the national debt is a really big deal right now. You know, we are $21 trillion in debt. And actually, if you count the unfunded liabilities of Social Security and Medicare, by some estimates, we are over $200 trillion in debt. This is an existential crisis that leads to misery, and it could lead to societal chaos and societal breakdown. And I don't want that to happen. You know, when our country, before we passed the 17th Amendment and took away the states from having a seat at the federal government table, our debt to GDP was only about 10%. Since we took away the states from having a seat at the table, it has now exploded to over 100% of our GDP. We are $21 trillion in debt. And that's horrible. It's going to lead to chaos and human suffering eventually. And I'll tell you something else. This is a national security threat for a lot of reasons. Because if we can't keep our own house in order, if we're not strong, we're not going to be able to do things and protect our interests around the world. You know, President Reagan used to say something along the lines of, if this gets any worse, the question won't be, what should we do, but can we afford to do anything? And so if we want to remain a viable country and be able to protect our citizens and our interests around the world, and even in our own country, we need to have a strong economic foundation. And we can't do that when our debt is exploding and spiraling out of control. Also, China is the largest foreign creditor that we have. They own over $1 trillion of our debt. And we're paying billions and billions of dollars to them in interest payments. In the last 20 years, China has modernized and militarized, and in some ways they're surpassing us in military capabilities and computing capabilities and in space capabilities, all from technology and intellectual property they've stolen from us, and we're funding it through interest payments on our debt. Listen, we can't do that anymore. I don't know if there's ever been a time in history where a country has directly funded its largest enemy's military buildup. That's ridiculous. We have got to stop that.